Oh. It just combusted. What? That is a huge flame. Oh my god. Wait. Should I cut the wick? No, that looks kind of cool. No. I'm gonna burn down this whole house. I need to open up a window. Okay, this candle isn't as creepy, but we're gonna try again. Definitely not creepy vibes, but like, sure. It's a candle and it will have to do. It's not a creepy video unless I have my creepy jewelry in my ears. There we go. I also found this necklace and this ear piercing, and it seems very TikTok e-boy, so we're going with it. Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Mason, and today we have a whole compilation video of urban legends, and honestly, I am so excited for it. A lot of you guys have been wanting me to do a lot of videos on San Jose or San Francisco or the Bay Area in general, so I decided to compile some of the most haunted places or creepy places that I've ever been to or heard of while in the Bay Area. Some of these are pretty unknown, and you kind of have to be like a real local to really know about these places or roads. Some of them are more obvious, but I won't be doing the really obvious ones, such as like the Winchester Mystery House. Plus, I feel like we've all heard about it before. Hollywood made a movie about it, and it's so easy just to find information about it. I want to talk about some more exclusive ones. Also, I know by the title of this video, it kind of looks like a countdown video. This is in no particular order. However, I will be giving these like a rating on like a creepy, scary scale of how scary these places are if I've been there, or just how scary the story is. So without further ado, let's get into the top 10 creepiest places in the Bay Area. So first up, we have Dotties Pond. The story surrounding Dotties Pond goes something like this. One night, Dottie's parents find that she has bags packed and ready to go as if she's about to run away. Some say she was gonna go run away with a local farm boy, and others say she just wanted to escape her parents. Her mother immediately told her father, and they started getting a little suspicious. And unfortunately, that is when things started to get really violent. Traumatized, Dottie then decided to run off into the barn to try and hide from her parents. Unfortunately, her parents followed her and found her to the barn. Apparently, locals say that she had some sort of telekinesis mind-like power when she was under severe stress. And with that power, when her parents found her, she used her telekinesis to hang her parents from the barn's rafters. After realizing what she had done, she had taken a short walk just across the path to the pond. It was said that as she was sitting down next to the pond, just trying to calm down and figure out what just happened, that a giant hand came out of the water and dragged her underneath. Some say it was the hand of a demon trying to claim her for what she had done to her parents. However, what's really weird is after a local had told the police that they had seen a hand come down and drag her in the water, the police didn't find her body at the bottom of the pond. They found absolutely nothing, no evidence that she had ever even been there. And supposedly when you go there at night, you will either see the ghost of Dottie, her angry parents, or if you're really unlucky and trying to taunt the ghost, supposedly the same giant hand will come out of the water and drag you down as well. Now, honestly, this is a place that I've been to before, and I can honestly say in the daytime, 1 out of 10. It's not that creepy, it's really relaxing, it's a great place to go, take your dog, walk around, have a picnic. However, I'm not even gonna lie, at night it is a lot creepier. Maybe it's just me, but I definitely feel a heavier, weirder, creepier presence around. Plus, it just makes it that much creepier because it's in a heavily dense, foresty area. At least the pond is. I'm sorry, I need to take this out. This is so loud and so annoying. Especially when you make your way over to the barn at night, it's definitely a very off. At least for me personally, it feels like a very evil presence is in the area. And if you would like to visit Dottie's Pond, you can just type in Santa Teresa Springs on your phone. It's kind of like near the DMV. And once you get in that general area, the best way to park literally right next to the pond, park on Manila Drive. That's where I used to park all the time to go there, and it's honestly great. It's also a historic site now, I guess, some house all the way to the right of it. I don't know if it was Dottie's house or not, it never really said. Maybe it was. Maybe that's why it's historic. I don't know. All right, moving on to the next one. This one is the urban legend of Hicks Road. So Hicks Road is also another haunted road. It has a very similar vibe to San Felipe Road, if you remember me talking about that in my past video, except there's one difference. Hicks Road apparently has cannibalistic albinos. Which, what? Apparently, there's a whole bunch of different legends about this area, but apparently there's a whole bunch of inbred cannibalistic albinos hiding at the very end of this road. I guess they have their own little colony. People claim to see them coming out butt naked out of the woods and chasing your car. Some people say that they've banged on their window. Some people say that they've thrown stuff, chased them way far past the road. And apparently there's even a devil's door down that road. Now, the devil's door, honestly, I have just recently heard about this, but apparently it is a huge, like, just red painted door on a big rock that supposedly can take you to another realm or something. Also, I got so many chills when I read that it might even be connected to San Felipe Road. Like, my mind was blown. So if you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of San Felipe Road, please watch my last video. But apparently there is like a government testing site back there, and there's even signs. And supposedly there are cannibals now because that was an experiment gone wrong on San Felipe Road, and then they released them onto Hicks Road. Which honestly, I love when things like line up like that or like connect. I think that's so cool. Even if it's all just 100% totally fake, that's so interesting. And I mean, it came from somewhere. I don't know. I can conspiracize. I can talk about conspiracies forever, so I just think it's really honestly crazy and really kind of cool and creepy at the same time that it could be connected to San Felipe Road, which was like the road that I grew up on. Now, as for scary scale, I would say a solid like 6 out of 10 at night. I've never been there in the daytime, but at night, like, you definitely get a very weird claustrophobic feeling. And honestly, as for the story / legend, I would probably give it like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. I think it's a good one. That's just my personal opinion. And if you guys do want to make a trip down Hicks Road with your friends as a nightly creepy thing to do, honestly, it's just past Oak Ridge Mall, and just type in Hicks Road on your phone and it'll take you right there. Moving on to the third most haunted, creepy place in the Bay Area would have to be San Francisco's Golden Gate Park. Now, this one revolves around the story of the Stowe Lake Ghost. This story has been circulating around Golden Gate Park, San Francisco, and all of the Bay Area now for almost 100 years. It basically goes that there's one lady who was walking around Golden Gate Park with her baby one day at Stowe Lake, carrying her baby in a stroller. She found another mom there, just another lady. They started talking and the stroller just kind of strolled away by itself. Unfortunately, it wasn't until the two ladies stopped talking that the first lady with the baby noticed that her carriage was gone. She panicked right away, obviously as any mother or parent would, and started going all around the park asking people if they had seen her baby. Legend has it that she stayed up all day and all night around Golden Gate Park looking for her baby for days. And the last place that she looked was in the lake, and she threw herself in the lake trying to find her baby. Some people say that she actually ended up dying in the lake, and other people claim that they have no idea what the heck happened to her. Legend has it that if you go to Stowe Lake at night, you will see the ghost of this lady asking you where her baby is. So I forgot to put this in the video, and I'm so sorry, but apparently there is another rumor that there is a statue there in her honor that will also come to life and ask you the same exact question. Another rumor is that if you say, white lady, I have your baby," 3 times in a row, she will come. She will then ask you, "Have you seen my baby?" And if you say yes, she will apparently haunt you for the rest of your life, and if you say no, she will kill you instantly. Supposedly on All Hallows Eve is when her spirit and her presence is its strongest. Now, yes, I have been to this park only one time at night. At the time, I actually did not know of this ghost story yet. However, I'm pretty sure I saw some other lady, like, almost kill her husband or presumably boyfriend. That's a whole nother story. But no, I've never seen the ghost. As for scary scale, I would rate this an 8 out of 10 at night, just because being in that park, I don't know, I just feel like I get lost really easily in that park, especially at night. And it's San Francisco, and San Francisco honestly just creeps me out as it is. But in terms of the story and urban legend, I would probably have to give it like maybe a 2, 3, or 4 out of 10. Just because it's more sad than scary, especially for the fact that people like provoking the spirit. It's just kind of sad, you know? And this one is super, super easy to get to. You can just type in Stowe Lake, Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. Maps will take you right there. At number 4, we have Purisima Creek Road / the haunted ghost town of Purisima, located in Half Moon Bay, California. This one is also a very, very interesting, kind of weird one. Also, I feel like it's really out there and unknown in a sense that finding more and more information is kind of hard to find. I remember hearing a story about a farmer and his dead daughter or something, and how that caused a whole fiasco. I don't really know exactly, but I honestly could not find that anywhere on the internet. Purisima was a town that was established in around 1853. A lot of early pioneers came around to this town because it was so easy to farm there. But during the town's early years, they had almost nothing. They didn't even have a cemetery. So a lot of people were just kind of buried throughout. Basically, wherever there was a spot, they were buried. But the first person who was buried in the cemetery was supposedly a little boy who actually still haunts the cemetery. But what makes this all even creepier is that supposedly he was buried alive and that's why he haunts the cemetery. Honestly, this whole town of Purisima is very weird. And there are less than 20 headstones in this cemetery. And basically, as the town of Purisima got worse and worse and worse, the town of Half Moon Bay started thriving. And basically, whoever was left in Purisima kind of just moved out or stayed there and died with it. Hence now why people call it the ghost town of Half Moon Bay. This is a place that I have been to. I don't think I was actually like in the town itself, but I was on this one road that like leads to it, and then started going up this hill, and it was extremely foggy, extremely dark, extremely dense forest area. It's always a dense forest area with no reception, and it was just ridiculously foggy driving up the hill. It felt just very dangerous and very wrong, and it just was not a vibe at all. Now, as for scary scale, I would probably give this like 6 out of 10 for creepiness in terms of like the legend, the story. And as for actually being there, I'd probably give this a 10 out of 10 just because it was just actually dangerous. Like this road was just dangerous to drive on. And if you want to go, you just take the 92 into Half Moon Bay and just go a little south as if you're going to Santa Cruz, and you should see some signs for the town of Purisima. Now, once you're done with Purisima Creek, you can take Toninas Creek Road to get out of there, which is also an extremely crazy haunted road. Now, nobody really knows why this road is that crazy haunted, but there is no denying from what these people have said about it that this road came from hell itself. It is a very narrow road, a very twisty and windy road, and it is literally in the middle of nowhere, smack in the mountains, in a heavily dense forest area. However, there is one story surrounding where this creepiness came from. Supposedly, it is haunted by the ghost of this blue lady whose husband mysteriously died at sea. Many people have claimed to feel this strong presence around them whenever they go down this road. Also, another very vague but very creepy sounding thing that people see down this road. A lot of people talk about seeing these long-armed creatures, whatever the hell that means. But probably the most creepiest thing that people have claimed to see down this road, not just one, but multiple sources, say that they have seen decapitated bodies strewn throughout the bushes. And the weirdest part is that when they get closer to actually see, or if they're just driving past them and they get closer as they're driving, the bodies just completely disappear. Now, this is another road that I've been to that was very just a dense foresty. It always is. In terms of the story and like what people have seen down that road, I would give that like a 7 out of 10. It's pretty creepy, especially the decapitated body part. Yeah, no thank you. However, my personal experience going down this road, I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10. I was very, very on edge going down this road the whole entire time, and it's a very, very long road to drive down, mind you. It probably took us close to 45 minutes, almost an hour, of just driving down this road. This road also just kind of made me personally feel very claustrophobic. It made me feel just very small, and I don't know, just very weird feelings. And if you guys want to take your friends down this road as well, just type in Toninas Creek Road, and it is just off of Skyline, which is apparently also the 35. Never knew, but sure. Okay, before we move on to number 6, I'm so sorry if you notice like a difference in like camera quality or like, yeah, huge difference. I am never filming on my phone ever again. Anything in terms of the background or anything that's going on. I had to change like everything and just restart the whole like camera position and all of it because it just wasn't working out before. Technical difficulties, so I apologize. Anyways, let's get right back into it. Number 6, here we go. Number 6, we're gonna be talking about Hecker Pass Road in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Ever since the mid-1800s, there has been a lot of talk about this ghost in a white frilly dress that haunts Hecker Pass Road. And apparently she is a very, very unfriendly ghost. One of the most interesting and like telltale signs of this area revolves around a lady named Hattie, who claims that she had found some of her grandfather's old journalings. I'm sorry, great-grandfather's old journalings. Also, I'm like reading off some notes right now, and I love that in this article it says, Hattie, the 86-year-old who chain smokes unfiltered camels between puffs on her oxygen mask. Hoe it up, Hattie, hoe it up. Hashtag Hoe It Up Hattie. Please comment hashtag Hoe It Up Hattie if you saw this, if you even made it this far. Anyways, it goes on to say that he built himself a cabin just on the other side of the pass. He then disappeared in 1876 and was never heard from again. The last few journal entries that was found of his basically said that he met this really strange lady in the woods who would disappear and reappear every now and then. Sometimes disappearing and then reappearing right behind him, hissing in his ear. He talked about how he was very afraid of her and didn't know what type of spirit she was. What makes it even weirder is that these journal entries went on every single day for 4 months until he disappeared. Other people say that she has fangs, blood is all over her face, and people are very actually terrified of being her next victim. This is a place I have never been to, but now I really want to go. Honestly, as for scary scale, I would give this a solid 9 out of 10. The old man who disappeared after writing multiple journal entries about her for 4 months, and especially the fact that this has been talked about since the 1800s, that's a long time. If you guys want to check out this haunted road, all you have to do is check out the 152 going towards Watsonville. Number 7 has been a highly requested house that I talk about, which would be Hellier House, which surprisingly enough, was very hard for me to actually find trustworthy articles on. I've heard a million things about this house, I've been there, but I've never really read anything online. So if you guys do want to learn more about this house, when you guys look in the description below for it, I don't know what link I'll put down there because it may be Reddit, it may be some completely random thing, because it's just really, really hard to find an accurate source for it. But supposedly it was a site for a double murder / people talk about the 3 rocks in front of the house symbolize the 3 lives that were taken that night. I also do believe that there's a YouTube video about it if you guys do want to learn more. So maybe I'll just link that down instead, because there's just so many different things that people talk about that I don't even know, honestly, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't even know how to put it in a video or put it into a simple phrase. Or put it into simple wording. But some people claim to see weird figures and shadows coming from the windows. Some people claim to hear growling, but some people say that somebody actually still lives there. So if you do go to this house and want to check it out, please be respectful, because even if nobody still lives there, it is in an actual residential neighborhood. Other people live there too. So if you guys do go there, please be respectful. Don't cause a whole scene. Also, people do say that the house kind of takes care of itself. Some neighbors say that they never see anybody mow the yard or anybody take care of the bushes or the plants, but they're always somehow intact. Now, I've been debating whether or not I want to share the address of this house for people to go to, just because I don't know if anybody lives there or not, or if people in the surrounding area would want that. I don't think I'm going to, but if you guys really, 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 really want to, you can very easily find it online, and please, 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 please be respectful. And yes, this is a place that I have been to at night before, never in the daytime, and I'd probably give my experience personally a 1 out of 10. I didn't see anything, I didn't feel anything, I didn't experience anything, nothing really happened, so can't really rate it that high. However, the story, I would say probably 3 out of 10. Another one of those that's kind of just more sad than scary. Moving on to number 8, we have the very infamous San Felipe Road. Now, I have talked about this road a million times on my TikTok, on my YouTube, just everywhere in life. If you know me in real life, I've talked about it at least 100 times. I've been down there at least 100 times. So if you guys want the full 9-10 minute in-depth video that I made about it, I'm going to be linking that down in the description below. However, for people who just want a quick recap, or if nobody's heard of it before and they just want a quick summary, here we go. Basically, story goes that there was once a lady who worked at this preschool at the very end of San Felipe Road. She came home one day, saw that her husband was cheating on her, killed him instantly, and stole his white truck to take it to work the next day at the preschool, since she worked as a preschool teacher. She was so overwhelmed with everything that just happened, and she was so sad that she decided to burn down the preschool with herself and the kids inside. It is said that if you go down that road all the way down to the dead end at night, turn off your car, you will see the white truck at the other end of the gate, turn its headlights on, and drive through the gate as if it's a ghost truck and try to chase you off that road, which of course is another very windy road in the middle of the woods. I've been on this road hundreds of times, literally hundreds. I play with the Ouija board down this road, I've taken friends down this road, I've been down this road by myself, I've done some freaky things down this road, and honestly in the daytime, scary scale, I'd give it a 1 out of 10. It's beautiful in the daytime, probably even 0 out of 10. I love going down that road in the daytime. It's pretty, it's fun, it's relaxing, listen to music, have a blast. Nighttime, 7 out of 10. It's actually pretty terrifying. That's just my personal experience. I only rate it a 7 out of 10 because as much as I've seen a lot of stuff down that road, it honestly just intrigues me more than anything. Also on my YouTube video that I've made about San Felipe Road where I go super in depth, I also have video evidence of the white truck, so definitely go check that out. If you guys are really into haunted roads and creepy stuff and have not heard of that before or want to know more about this road, definitely go check out that video. And if you guys want to go down this road at night, take your friends, have a creepy party, go see the cults that live down there, the ghost or the old lady that lives down there, or the truck, or the aliens, who knows? It's a testing site, it's a government testing site. It is in the Evergreen area, just going southeast towards EVC, the college. Somebody also commented saying that there's nothing down this road, it just takes you to the freeway, which kind of, if you keep going straight, oh no, you won't go to the freeway. You'll end up where the preschool is. But there is a little side road going to the right called Metcalf, about halfway down San Felipe Road, which will take you to, I believe, Monterey Highway and 101. All right, number 9, we have Mount Hamilton Road. Also, before I go any further, make sure you guys stay hydrated, get some water, get some Powerade, grab yourself a light snack. Mount Hamilton Road, supposedly where the missing children were kidnapped by cannibals. It all begins at the Grand View restaurant down a Mount, or should I say, up Mount Hamilton Road. In 1884, it was first built as a hotel. The building was not only burned down once, but twice, and then moved across the street and then burned down again. It was at that point where they turned it into a restaurant rather than a hotel. Supposedly, the lights in the kitchen and the dining room will start to flicker on and off, and a smoky silhouette of a young girl is said to sit on top of the balcony. Some people think that this girl has been haunting this place since 1956. Supposedly, the story of this ghost girl goes like this. Her and a bunch of other children were wandering around the restaurant with their parents, and when their parents went inside to eat and the kids stayed outside to play, the kids never made it back home. It seemed to be that the children just went missing. However, most people assume that it was just some satanic cult. Other people suggest that they were actually eaten by cannibals, which maybe the experiment from San Felipe Road not only spread to Hicks Road, but also Mount Hamilton. I mean, Mount Hamilton is closer to San Felipe. And apparently when going down this road at night, people claim to see these weird birds with human teeth. The Bay Area is just filled with so much nonsense and some absolutely just freaky stuff. Yes, I have actually been down this road, but no, I've never been to the restaurant. For me, at least, it was kind of hard to find. As for a scary scale, I would probably give this a 3 for the story. And when I went to go visit, I didn't see the birds with teeth as much as I really wanted to. That's really the only reason why I went up that road. However, I hate to say it, but I'd probably have to give this place a very low score, probably a 1 or a 2. As much as I like this story, I didn't experience anything. And it didn't have that weird, creepy, claustrophobic feeling like most roads do, or like most haunted roads do. And if you guys want to check out this road, you just have to drive all the way up Quimby Road, which is kind of next to Evergreen Valley High School. And last but not least, we have... I just heard stuff shaking on the desk. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. But guys, last but not least, we have Marsh Road in Milpitas, California. This one is actually very tragic, very creepy, and 100% real. This one might also be a little triggering to some people, so this is your trigger warning right now. We are gonna be talking about sexual assault. So if that is something that you are uncomfortable with, please just keep that in mind or fast forward a couple minutes ahead. This story surrounds a girl and her older high school boyfriend. The girl's name was Marcy and the boy's name was Anthony. Unfortunately, Marcy's boyfriend decided to assault her and then kill her and then throw her in a ditch. But honestly, this story gets so much more just disgusting and vile. He then thinks that it would be a good idea to invite him and all of his friends to go see Marcy's dead body. And all of his friends are in agreement to keep this a secret and not tell anybody for a solid couple days before someone finally breaks and goes to the police. He did end up getting charged, thankfully, but unfortunately there was no peace for Marcy and her family. The legend goes that if you go down that road at night, you'll hear the screams and cries of Marcy. Some people say that they can even see Marcy's ghost. Now, this was honestly such a huge story. I believe this happened sometime in the 80s or 90s, that it was even turned into a movie called The River's Edge, and oddly starring Keanu Reeves. This place is located in Milpitas, just across the street from the Great Mall, I believe, on Calaveras Boulevard, which oddly enough is where I used to go for my orthodontist. I have been there one time in the daytime, and honestly, I just got very, very sad, like very sad vibes. Like I wasn't creeped out. I didn't feel like any creepiness or tension in my chest. I was just sad. Like it's such a sad, like you just feel the emotion surrounding you. So as for scary scale, I would probably give this 3 or 4 out of 10. Honestly, more real life scary than paranormal scary. We finally finished all 10. Thank God, this has probably been one of the longest videos I've ever filmed in my life. I don't know how long this is gonna turn out to be, but there are so many things behind the scenes, technical difficulties, and other stuff that's happened that has just made this the absolute longest video that I've ever filmed, and I'm so glad to finally conclude. But I would like to say 2 things really quickly before we end this video. 1, no matter where you go to any of these places, roads, etc., please be respectful to the property and the surrounding areas, whether you're in a neighborhood or even just on a random road. Like just always be respectful. And number 2, I have also made, I believe, a TikTok for every single one of these, so feel free to check out my TikTok. I have a link tree in it, in my description, in my YouTube channel, bio thing, whatever. And of course, if you guys want to know even more than just a 60-second video or more than just a summary in this video, please check the description down below because it'll have links to different websites that'll tell you about these different places and more. As always, don't forget to leave a comment as well, letting me know what you would like to see. Feel free to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. All of that is also gonna be down in the description below. And obviously, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon so you get notification every single time I upload a brand new video.
Even though I'm always late because I'm constantly dying, but like, let's not even talk about it.
And I believe my next video is going to be a ranting video. I want to try out story time / rants. I don't know why. I just need to get it off my chest and I just need to let it out somehow. So I'm sorry for that, but that's probably going to be the next video. But obviously we will have a main theme of creepy, haunted, urban legends, stuff like that, mainly on this channel. Don't forget to share this video with a friend so that they can enjoy it as well. Take a friend with you when you go to these places because it's really important to have somebody with you, especially when you're going to a place with no service. Let people know where you're going before you go to these places. It's really important to have a pal with you. Whether these ghost stories are real or not, the Bay Area is a dangerous place, let's be real. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you for the next one as well. And don't forget to stay spooked.